So I'm watching a documentary about the war happening right now in Ukraine between them and Russia. And midway through this little documentary, this video, it showed a woman inside of the underground bunker where the civilians were hiding from the Russian bombs or whatever. And she's having a baby right there in the bunker. And the reporter is praising this. He's saying, one new Ukrainian life, even as the conflicts go on. It's such a beautiful sight to see. He's just really, really giving that whole optimistic bullshit that's so fake, so scripted, so predictable. And it just made me think, like, you know what? I'm to the point where I don't think there is a hope for the majority of the human race. I've been getting to that point very slowly. And I really, I was trying to give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe people weren't as stupid as I initially thought. Maybe they weren't as completely fucking dumb like I suspected that they were. But apparently I've been wrong. The shit that happens on this planet proves me wrong every single day about that point. And I've learned my lesson. Human beings are tragically stupid. There is no way to get around it. This species is fucking dumb. And the fact that they praise people being born in literal war zones as if it's something beautiful just shows me how neurotic humanity is. You know? And so I really have abandoned hope of reaching many people, trying to get the light bulb to pop on at some point. But you can't do that when the circuit is broke. The electrical circuit in these people's minds is broken. So no matter how many times you want to screw in the light bulb and flip the switch, it's not going to come on. They don't get it. They've got a broken circuit. No matter how bad things get on this planet, no matter how terrible the situations become, whether it's war, whether it's famine, whether it's economic stress, disease, sorrow, heartbreaks, and all the rest, people are content to keep it going. They want it to keep going. They don't care. They really don't care. And it shouldn't even be surprising because I've seen this my whole life. Excuse me. I had to get a little drink of my tea there. I don't want it to get cold. But anyway, I've seen this all my life. People will ignore logic. They will ignore any argument of ethical reason that you bring for antinatalism and go directly into it's all about what they want for their child, and that the human race must go on. And no matter how many times I ask the question, why does the human race need to go on? What is it that you are all doing that's so valuable, that's so important, that's so wonderful that it just needs to be eternal? And I think really what it boils down to is a deep subconscious fear of death in humans. For some reason, they think that humanity must be the center of the universe. A universe without humanity? Oh, the horror. What will the universe ever do without us? No more wars, no more economic wage slavery, no more suffering, no more babies being born with horrible diseases, no more chaos, no more general hatred. Oh no, how would the universe ever cope? So it's just, there is really no hope for the grand scheme of the human experiment. You know, uh, Luckily, we can look at numbers in developing nations and even around the world and see that birth rates are declining, however, very, very, very slowly. But I really don't think that humanity will ever evolve to the point where they will figure out the best thing for us to do is to have a peaceful phasing out, to end all conflict for one last final time and go with dignity. I don't think humanity will ever get to the point where they will understand the ethical issue of starting new life with false hopes and with false pretenses. So my theory is that it will take something absolutely outside of humanity's power and control to bring this shit to an end. It has to. Whatever that is, I don't know if it's, maybe it'll be a comet, maybe it'll be some kind of crazy event that nature pulls off. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? But something outside of mankind's power is going to have to put an end to this, whatever that something is, because it's quite obvious that humans don't have the enlightenment, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the concern to see the need in ending needless suffering, harm, and chaos that rules this world. They don't see a need in doing it. The plan for most of humanity is to breed themselves into extinction. And I tell people this all the time, whether you like it or not, human beings are going to go extinct. It's a matter of time, not if. There will be an extinction event. Maybe multiple ones, but humanity is going to go extinct. So what are you clasping on for? I asked the question, would you rather have a peaceful phasing out that antinatalists and even many spiritual teachers talk about and have spoken about for centuries? A phasing out that looks like more resources for the people who remain, less stress, generally peaceful in the way that it proceeds. Or we can have what is down the pipe, which is going to be overbreeding, which is going to look like fighting over resources. Imagine wars over water and food. Imagine cramped cities, so cramped to capacity that people are living literally on top of each other in very small, terrible apartments. This is not far off. Their goal is to overbreed to the point where they cannot breed anymore. That's why they want to get off the planet so bad. That's why we've got idiots like Elon Musk taking up this stupid idea of going to Mars to form a human colony there, because he thinks it's going to preserve human consciousness. He wants to preserve the sanctity of consciousness, in his own words. Fucking moron. I mean, it's just so goddamn stupid. Even if you do get to Mars, what are you gonna do there? Fuck up the same way you did on Earth? He already talked about there are going to be people who die by the thousands, even if it happens. Look where your fate's going to be. You're going to be mining underground, mining mineral ore. You're going to have the same problems of wage slavery and suffering, because suffering does not escape the human being, jackasses. It follows us. It's built into the species itself. Suffering, toil, strife is built into the very fabric of the human system. It's built into the very fabric of this planet. So even if you do relocate to wherever, you're still going to have these problems. So the best solution does come down to this: a peaceful exit. A peaceful exit. But as I stated earlier, humanity is not enlightened enough. They don't see the need for that. So they're going to keep having babies in war bunkers. They're going to keep having babies in places where starvation and poverty exist. They're going to keep having babies even in the face of nuclear war. And even if hell were real and somehow the earth fell into the deepest depth of hell, they'd still find a way to have children amidst the torment. And they justify it too, because this species is a failure. Whatever went wrong, it went wrong very badly. There is no enlightenment among the masses. Only cheap dogma and buying into delusional beliefs that humanity is going to be eternal and that we must keep humanity going at all costs. even with its crazy deficiencies. It's too stupid. It's too stupid. So I've given up on most people. And I don't see a point in trying to persuade many more. I'm very thankful for the people I do meet who, want to inquire more about antinatalism and about my position on the world and things like this, and about the ethical concerns of having children. I appreciate that. But when you look at the numbers, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. And the people who want to make change, the people who want to take this to the next step, we don't have the power to do it. So really, we have to watch the world go down the fucking drain in the worst ways possible instead of implementing a peaceful transition into non-existence. Rather than having a peaceful way out, they've chosen chaos as the way to exit the game. And we are all the hostages of natalist morons who control the governments, the religions, the politics. And we have to watch and we have to participate as they drag this world further down the tube of dystopia, where there will be nothing left but chaos because they fail to see the need to stop breeding. And as long as people want to murder, they're going to want to bring more children into the world. That's what's happening.